Welcome back to our journey of Planet Nomads. In the last episode, we finished off by finishing up our nice little home. It's got not a lot of lights in it. Obviously, you can tell by the bottom left-hand corner that we're currently starving and dehydrating to death, but today we're going to fix that. We are going to build ourselves a compact food and drink machine. And for the sake of time, since we are quickly dying, I went ahead and started the stuff in the machine so that we can kind of just craft it at once and get it done. Alright, so we're going to set this down right about, say, here. It's not going to stay even. I'm going to do this. And so this right here is a food and drink machine. What this allows us to do is take things like dirty water and raw meat and process it into things that we can both eat and drink. So, first of all, we need some electricity, which we can do by pressing C at our biogenerator and hitting connect electricity. We just do that, a line pops up, and we are good to go. So, what we can do is take water and combine it with herbs, make ourselves some water, and we can actually just process food just like that. We don't actually need to add anything to it. But we are dying right now, which is not good. I think 100% of people that are dying usually die, so let's go ahead and drink our purified water. So now we're no longer dying of thirst, and let's go ahead and eat because we've been starving for a long time now. Almost died trying to sleep and get to this next episode without our food. So we got a couple herbs. We got some water. We got a lot of resources and no iron, as always, because that's honestly been the bane of my existence since I tried to build all this. But now we have a nice food and drink machine. Hopefully, surviving will not be such an issue anymore. Alright, just to make sure that we can stay alive and we can kind of sustain where we're at right now, I'm going to go ahead and do some hunting and gathering. Get us a little bit of food and water stocked up and processing so that we always have all that on tap, which will be nice. Alright, so I went out and collected a little bit of resources, and what I decided to do is I grabbed some herbs and some more water so we can have a nice little bit of that, but I'm also going to back off on that a little bit just so we can make ourselves some superfood. Now, superfood is honestly what you want in this game because superfood and electrolyte water, they just replenish your resources really quickly. Yeah, you could make like the nutrition capsules and stuff like that, but they just really don't compare at all. So I'm going to set that stuff in there to harvest, and we are going to do our next thing in sustaining right now, which will be building a... where is it? Building a greenhouse. Now, a greenhouse is going to allow us to grow both herbs and fruit, so hypothetically, we should never run out of anything. So we're going to go ahead, go back over here, grab this into my inventory, because I will forget very quickly what I need. So we need one, which I already have. Need one of these, two of these, two electrical components, and two glass components. And that should keep us full and focused for the rest of our days. Oh. Dragging them into the wrong containers. Like, why do I not have room in here? Keep those seeds aside because we'll need those here in a second. As for everything else, we'll just slide over there. And the other thing I want to take care of too is I want to build a light up here. Now, I think just one ceiling light will do. We'll go ahead and see. So, we have this. Do we have everything? Yeah, alright. So let's go ahead and build this. I like to put these in front of the windows just because I think it looks nice, you know? It implies that it needs some sort of light. But we're going to go ahead and set that there. So now we have that. Go ahead and click on here. Of course, we need some electricity again. And be very careful, don't hit that button because it'll literally disconnect everything from that power source, which we should be moving that here soon. So if we grab ourselves some seeds. We throw these in here. Obviously, it takes a lot of time. What can we do? 6, so we'll do 3 of those. Actually, we'll just do 6 herbs because fruit isn't really that hard to come by. Plus, we need it for more. And we got raw meat for that. So we're just going to actually throw the rest of our raw meat and raw resources in here. Just for now. We'll get some more later on, but now we are no longer starving to death, which is pretty nice. So many different buttons I can hit to get to here. Okay, we need... I think we're just going to build... I think we're going to go ahead and build 2 to be safe. So we're going to need 4 electrical components. 2 of these. 2 pieces of glass. Unfortunately, you can't do anything to really get rid of the noise of all the rain up there. Kind of wish there was. Because, I mean, you're inside, it should make a different noise, right? There you get out of build vision. And it's very dark in here. That's kind of why I wanted to do that. And also, once this is done, we're probably going to set this back in the corner. Probably, like, throw this over here, kind of make our little crafting area. Just because I kind of want to keep things a little organized. Don't want to separate them into different rooms because there's not enough different items, I feel, at this point to really separate them by that much. Because eventually, as the game goes on, I'd like to have like different rooms for things, so we could have like a room with like an armory and stuff like that for us, you know, a room for food and stuff, and like a room for power, but there's just not a lot of stuff in here just yet. Alright. Alright, let there be light. Because I actually really don't like the fact it's really dark in here. So I'm going to put these one at this end. Make sure everything stays lined up. One right here. We're actually going to just go ahead. I just want to put this in the corner to get it out of the way. I didn't really think that much. When I was placing it down. Get more up against that wall. But now we do risk the possibility that might not be able to reach anything, but I think we'll be good. So we'll connect electricity. So we didn't even build the rest of these. What are we doing? Alright, there we go. So we're going to open our electricity. Bop that. Bop that. A little dark still. A little dark still. But that will all be taken care of shortly. Maybe throw another... I can't really do that over here. Guess that's going to be all the light we have for now. It's still a little dark. A little dark for what I like. Maybe build 2 more of these. Set these kind of on the sides. Let's go ahead and deconstruct this. Because I kind of want this to be... Now that we have a choice. I keep hitting the wrong thing because there's like 3 different buttons you can press to get to this. Actually, no. I want to put this in the middle right here. I don't want it to block our windows. There's one thing about me when I play games like this, I'm really weird about not putting things in front of windows. Alright, so we got that set up. Drop these there because it doesn't really matter. And then we'll just rebuild it. I want to see if we can do that and actually hook this into our... Ooh, maybe not. My theory is we can do without conveyors. There we go. See? Okay, so if you connect your containers to these, you will actually be able to like craft things without having it in your inventory, which is really, really nice. Because I really don't like transferring things into this all the time. And I wonder if we can like piggyback them in too. So I wonder if I can like just build a line of them. Maybe find a way to connect them. Maybe build one sideways, connect it back. Something like that. I don't know. Might be able to make a really, really jerry-rigged conveyor system with those. Alright. So now we got food and drink machine. And ourselves one of these. Last thing I want to build this episode is going to be a stasis chamber. Stasis chambers. That way we can sleep in here. And it doesn't look like it's going to be that expensive. Is there anything else we need? We're going to need that too. We're going to need the armory and that. So we're going to go ahead, drop this and this into our hotbar. So we got those. We need to build 3 of these. 2 electrical components. 1 mechanical thing. For this, we're going to need 1 of those. 2 more of those. 2 more of those. And 3 electrical components. See, normally I would set all this up and like do the math together, but I just like doing it like this because it really doesn't, I don't think it really hurts us at all. So So our stasis machine. We have to be very careful where we place this too. So we cannot set its side against a wall. So if we set it right there, hopefully it'll work right. Nope. Okay, so that is the one downside to this. If you put your stasis chamber too close to a wall on its side, it will actually kick you out. When you try to leave it. So we're probably just going to put this in the middle right here. And now, we'll be able to get in and out, and we can sleep right here. So we don't even have to leave our house asleep anymore in the drop pod. So the last thing we're going to build is the armory. What the armory does is it lets you upgrade your tools and stuff. I don't think there's a conveyor thing on here, is there? Is there? How do we not have enough resources? Oh, we need 3 basic frames, duh. Now, hopefully... So unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can connect any sort of conveyor to that, which would have been really nice because I'd like to be able to build everything without actually having to do that. Gave it a little bit of space, so I can put like 6 of these there. Actually, I think I put 3, 6, I put 8 there, because the large containers are going to be a while before we build. But I think it will actually fit there too. Might have to move things around. I don't know. So, press C, connect our electricity. And I think we are good to go on that. So now we can do our upgrades to our suit. We can actually build batteries in here instead of having to have the emergency printer. We can upgrade our multi-tool, build sleeping bags, all that good stuff. This is something suit battery. I think it does something with the later suits. I'm not really sure. But this is kind of where the game's crafting system, I believe, drops off quite a bit, because right now we have 90% of the stuff, I think, that we can actually build. So, like, yeah, we can build all these little things, but if we want to do something like, you know, say we want to do a large container, we need titanium, because it takes the upgraded, things over there. Takes upgraded plate and frame. If we want to build a med bay, we can actually still build a med bay, which is actually pretty useful. Probably cover that in like the next episode, because the last thing I want to build is a beacon, just so we always know where we're at. And I think actually we'll throw in 2 more lights. But right now we are kind of at our limit of what we can really build, and it's only been an hour and a half total. And that's kind of the problem with this game right now, is that there's nothing between, you know, all the basic stuff and all the advanced stuff. Because, like, the advanced stuff is, like, what really, I guess, makes the game a lot more fun. But you're going to have to walk really, really far to get any of that done. So we're going to actually just build 2 more lights. We're going to build ourselves a beacon. I think the beacon doesn't actually cost that much, does it? I don't really want to build that one. I want to keep a solar beacon because I'm trying to also limit our generator usage, because you have too many things plugged into this, it will actually start to kind of struggle. So we're gonna go ahead and build the things for the lights. It's like now we actually have enough for the beacon, which we can set on top of here. I want to set it over here because it does emit like a little bit of light. Oh, it's not going to even. It's not going to go even, is it? That's one irritating thing about building in this game is like nothing ever ends up even. Boom. Alright, so we have this. Emits a little light. Can sit there and we can make it our icon. But first we got to do navigation, which makes it do that. And then we can go over here. Set our beacon to A. That's about it. You can rename it too. We'll just name it like home, I guess. I don't know why you'd really want to name it, but we can. And so now, instead of having to kind of go, okay, you know, our drop pod's there, so it's probably going to be a little bit over. Now we always have our home set, which is really useful. I was going to build a larger beacon because it puts a little bit more light out, but honestly, I can't, like the way my game runs, I can't really see from far away anyway. And two, that just uses up what is essentially a waste of electricity. So let's go ahead. Kind of see where I want to line these up. Alright, this is a little bit more light. A little bit of a dark spot in the bottom, or in the middle, but that's a lot more light. And I think that makes it look a lot better, because before it looked a little dingy, and I didn't really care much for it, but I think now we have ourselves a nice little home going. We got everything we need to survive right here. As I say, as we're getting a little bit hungry. Go ahead and eat that. Got ourselves enough food and water to live forever. So before, when we started, we're in our dark little home. It was raining. We were miserable, starving slowly, and we brought ourselves from the brink of destruction to have ourselves a nice, actually comfortable setup. I think that's going to basically be it for this episode. If you want to see me do anything in the series, go ahead and leave a comment or just kind of get a hold of me, and if I think it's a good idea, we'll try to do that. If you like this series, go ahead and give it a like. If you want to see some more, subscribe to my channel. But I think that's going to do it for the second episode. I'm trying to put these out a little bit regularly, but I'm kind of putting them together with other content too. So we'll see how that works out. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back in the next episode. Peace.